Good morning, welcome back to the channel. I was on I don't know if I explained to you guys last time, I was on a involuntary vacation from YouTube. Of course, they said I violated their community guidelines. Once again, I'm on my second strike, which is no surprise. One more and I'm out of here. But anyway, let's jump into this video. As you can tell by the title, it is called From Human to Cyborg. And you might be wondering, what am I talking about? Am I talking about science fiction? They tell us a lot of things in their movies. If you've seen the movie G.I. Joe, how about Justice League? Many other pictures, Hobbs and Shaw. They had these new types of humans 2.0, if you will. Humans that can be controlled by computers. Well, what does that have to do with us? Well, they tell us a lot of things through art. Art imitates life. And you've heard of places like DARPA that dives into and test this type of technology. They have been doing these types of things for a long time, and these things are even taking place today. I mean, it's scary to think about a human being being operated or operating like a computer system, where a person can go in there. They can change your thoughts, give you certain thoughts, remove your memories, give you memories that are not your own, to the point where you don't even know who you are anymore. Kind of like how Peter was in Hunger Games. When they put him under that, it was basically psychological manipulation through trauma. That tracer jacker, that bee poison that they used that altered his mind state, and they had to keep telling him what was true and what was false. He didn't know reality from fiction. And it's scary to think of things like Minority Report, where they will do predictive profiling, or saying that you are going to commit a crime in the future and they come arrest you today to prevent you from doing it. Or for your brain to be hacked, you know, like someone hacks your computer and steal your identity. That's very scary. And for this reason, this is why I believe Jesus said in Mark chapter 13, verse, 21? And for the elect's sake, you know, and except for those days should be shortened. And except for the Lord has shortened those days, no flesh should be saved. But for the elect's sake, he has shortened those days. Now, for those who are pre-trib and think they are not going to be here with the rest of us, what do you think that verse means? Because when you read the verse before that, it talks about a time of affliction that was never seen before on the face of this earth. That time is soon to be upon us. The devil is marshaling his forces. And let me change this battery because I see it blinking. I will be right back after this short break. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Those things are very scary when you think about somebody being able to hack your brain, give you someone else's thoughts, take your thoughts away to the point where you don't even know who you are. This is why I believe those days have to be shortened, because they can tell us we can't pray, but we can pray in our mind. But what if they see that you're trying to pray and they wipe that out? What if they wipe out the memories that you have of God? Wipe out the memories that you have dedicated your life to God. Give you memories that you will follow instructions to the T. What's another movie where they showed us where they were controlling people? The Star Wars saga. How they took these stormtroopers as little kids from all over these different towns and villages and trained them up, to follow these orders, where they will kill, just follow these orders mindlessly. And what's another movie? How about Gemini, when a guy was trying to create the perfect soldier? But see, the thing is, that evil part of man's nature, they always want to present these things as a benefit, but we know the wickedness of man's heart, that they're going to use it for evil. They can't get around this. Without God in your life, you are controlled by evil. Yeah, you can see people do good, but they will always resort to that fallen nature because they can't overcome it. We was born and shapen in iniquity. I don't know how much longer this channel will last, but I will always try to give people things that they need to hear. There's plenty of channels out there that's for entertaining, to distract you from the things that's going on in the world. Things are happening at a rapid pace, and even more so now that these elections have taken place. Now they don't have to manipulate so much the gas prices, by going into the oil reserves. We're finna see the true nature of things. Matter of fact, I just heard last night on my news report that I read and hear that we are at record levels when it comes to credit card debt. People are using credit cards just to get by, to get groceries and gas and things of that nature. Guess what? Eventually those credit cards are going to max out. And then what? On top of people being laid off because companies are trying to make up these shortfalls and these crazy prices that they're having to deal with as far as operating costs, them being affected by the inflation. It's crazy, and the worst is yet to come. It's right around the corner, and this is going to wake up even more people. But one more thing I have to touch on with this from human to cyborg. You're probably thinking, well, who's going to sign up for this? I'm not going to sign up for this. Well, what if they have a way to get you, to trick you to sign up for it? What if you already signed up for it? These people are good at terrifying you, orchestrating events. How we've seen the syndicate orchestrate events all over the world to trigger some type of reaction, to get some type of legislation or, some type of law passed to benefit, kind of like how we had 9/11, and then we had the National Defense Authorization Act that kind of stole our liberties. They'll have an incident in the airport, a shoe bomber, and then we will give up our freedoms to be safe and secure. We will go through these radiation scanners before we get on a flight. Nobody knows how much radiation is going into our bodies. All of these things. During the lockdown, it was amazing that how many 5G towers went up. Yes, my friend, a lot is going on and taking place behind the scenes. They openly told us they're preparing us for the next type of monetary system, the Great Reset. And they are working feverishly to get that done because Trump had, given them a big setback by destroying their form of democracy. where they rule over us. But much to their dismay, America is a republic where the people rule. We tell them what to do. We are their bosses, and when we don't like what they do, we fire them. We vote them out of office. But they're so arrogant. Their democracy is the other way around. This is why they say that Trump is going to destroy democracy. That's the system that they set up. But that is not what America was built on. But let me not lose my train of thought with this human to cyborg. In G.I. Joe, when a brother turned to Destro, and he learned all those things from that Russian scientist, he was messing with that nanotechnology. And, when his friend got injured, he took him, and the friend, believing he was going to help him, and he injected him with that nanotechnology. And, next thing you know, he has this steel face, which was in the movie kind of fulfilled prophecy, how the iron mask that he had inherited from his family, now that is actually his physical face, So we have seen, through these orchestrated events, in our lifetime, how we have fallen, for these false flags, and had given up our liberties, and have given over our bodies to be, experimented on, if you will. So, unfortunately, these things are slowly coming out. It's good that, a lot of these websites are being bought. People are fighting to get the truth out. And people are being persecuted. We see what's going on with Kyrie Irving. So this is showing us a clear distinction that who is for us and who is against us. The LeBron James and all these rich multi-millionaire black people that sold out, that's in the industry, that's going ham on Kanye West. Well, we know who they are with. They are not with us. And we know who are not with them, like a Kyrie Irving, a Kanye West. They always want to make us believe that Kanye West is out off his medication and he's talking crazy. No, it's the reverse. They keep him docile and under control when they have him medicated up. And when he breaks free, he naturally speaks the truth and try to wake people up. That's not crazy talk. Kanye West is not crazy. And we need to stand behind him and support that black man. These are the people you need to be supporting, not the people that's out there distracting you with mindless rap lyrics that's encouraging you to do drugs, encouraging you to kill one another. No. Matter of fact, Nas just put out an awesome album, classic hip hop. I encourage you to go get it. No skips, but you definitely will repeat that album, because this is reminiscent of hip hop in the 90s, when music had a message. Well, my friends, that's how I'm going to end it, and I will see you on the next one.
Wake up. Come on.